Hey y'all, I'm Fan. Welcome to my channel. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Today is going to be a really quick video giving you guys an update on my locks. I have officially reached 6 months interlocked. I am super excited about it and I'm like counting the months. I will say that as of right now, my hair is not locked. It's only been 6 months. I don't know how long it actually takes. I forget after all this time, but I don't think my hair is locked, but it's interlocked. It's been interlocked for 6 months. I have my next interlock appointment coming up next week, so maybe I'll do a little short update then. But I'm coming to give you my experience the last 6 months, my thoughts, pros, cons about the process so far. If this is your cup of tea, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you will know when I make new videos. But let's get into it. I will say, going into getting my hair locked, I was really nervous. I have wanted to get my hair locked for a really, really, really long time. And I'd be seeing the girlies on the Instagram and the TikTok with their styles, etc., etc. And I'm like, I want that so bad. But I was nervous. I have been natural for a long time. I can't tell you exactly how long. I started the process in like 2010. And then I started over a couple times. And then I was straight natural from there. But I'm pretty sure when I graduated college, I had been natural for a while. I was like, even to the point where I was trying to grow a big afro to go with my graduation cap. So I want to say I know for sure that I've been completely 100% natural since 2012 ish, but I started in 2010. But there was some back and forth those first couple of years, texturizers, things that just did not go well. But I've been natural for a very long time. So I was worried about people who talk about the ugly phase of being blocked, or like, just issues like, they say, what's the saying, that people who have like, when things are bad, people are loud about it. When things are good, like review wise, if someone has a bad review or a bad experience, they usually will want everybody to know I had a bad experience. But you don't always get that with the good experiences. So I was like nervous because I was seeing all these bad things, and I was just like, I'm gonna wait. I held off. I held off. And I finally decided to pull the trigger this past November to get my hair locked. And I actually love the process so far. Like, I do have some cons, and it's not really a con, but so far this is really, really working for me. So I just wanted to give a little recap. So I'll put a picture here. This is what my hair looked like right before I got it locked. I had literally just got a silk press, and like when I was natural, I didn't use a lot of heat. Later years, didn't use a lot of heat, so I only got my hair straightened like twice a year, like my birthday or like early fall or like early summer. Like, I was straightening my hair, so I thought like, oh, I'm gonna miss, the 2 times a year that I straighten my hair, and I probably will miss it because I did enjoy that. It was a treat to myself as far as like getting my hair done, because previous to getting locks, I was very keen on, I'm going to the salon twice a year because I don't trust myself to trim my own hair, but I can pretty much do the rest of the things. So I only went to the salon twice a year for the silk press because it also made it cheaper, and I didn't have to spend a lot of money on going to a salon. Although I think my hairstylist is amazing. She does a great job, and the price that she charges definitely worth it. I just didn't want to pay that because I started going natural in college, and it was because I couldn't afford to pay someone to do my hair. Previous to college, my mom was perming my hair. Then I got to college freshman year. I had like a girlfriend perm my hair, and it was fine, but then I got stressed out. My hair started shedding everywhere. And I said, okay, I think I'm gonna go natural. Like, I was like out of necessity. And at the time, YouTube was a little baby, like 2009, 2010. The hair influencers wasn't hair influencing as much as they are now. So I had to learn a lot about my natural hair the hard way. And then, the YouTubers started to increase. So I started to get more tips and tricks that way. So I learned a lot about taking care of my hair going through this process because I couldn't afford to pay for trips to the salon. And there wasn't a lot of black salons where I went to school, unless I went to like Akron or Cleveland. And at the time, I wasn't doing all that because it costs money. So Learning how to do my hair was a part of the process, but now that I'm locked, I have no experience with locked hair. I'm kind of starting that process over. So I like was nervous about not having straight hair anymore, even though I only did it twice a year. 90% of the year, my hair was in some type of twist like this, or I would braid my own hair. I would box braid my hair. On occasion, I would go to a girlfriend and pay her to braid my hair. But a lot of times, is I'm not going to pay someone to do something I know how to do myself. So I'll take a couple hours. I would box braid my hair or twist my hair, twist outs, etc., afro puffs, what I wore 90% of the time. So I'm like, okay, you're freaking yourself out about getting locks when you wear your hair kind of like this 90% of the time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for those other times, and I want to treat myself and do something special with my hair. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So a pro for me would be that I have two sons and I have a husband who all have hair. So I braid my two sons' hair, and now my husband has been growing his hair out for the last year. So now I also braid my husband's hair, and I was also doing my own hair. And I was just like, I don't have a lot of time. I work full time. I have a small business, and I'm a mom and a wife. So I'm usually running around from one place to another. So after I would spend a day doing everyone else's hair, I'd still need to do something to my hair. And it was getting done, but it was just a lot of things on my plate. So I'm like, I appreciate that I don't have to do much to maintain my hair right now. I spray with water. I use oils. I've been using Miss Donna from Tabitha Brown, and I've been using the rosemary one that the girls was going crazy from Yale. I just use that oil and I spray. I do like, put my hair in like six big braids or something, or like for this, I put my hair in two straight backs because I was tired, didn't feel like doing a bunch of braids. Like fresh out the shower when it's wet, throw some oil in there, and that's kind of all I've been doing for the last 6 months. And I can say that I really appreciate having that off my chest. It's like off my chest the decision of what to do with my hair, because even though it might not be 100% true, I feel very limited in my styling right now. Like previous, when I was natural, I kind of wear my hair like this, like two strand twist, but that was an option. Or I would put it up in a puff, a slick back puff, or a down puff, which my stylist told me I need to do because I was getting breakage. So like down puff, or I do like braids or twists or whatever. So I feel like I have more options, whereas now I'm kind of just trusting the process, and I'm afraid to do things that would damage my locks, especially at this foundational stage, because I've been watching all the videos of the girlies and all of the feedback that people give about locks, and I don't want to do anything that's going to damage my hair at this stage when I'm trying to get a good foundation. So I'm kind of just letting it go. While that is a pro for me, because like I go to the gym often, I can just throw a cap on, and I can wear caps, because when I had an afro, I could not wear baseball caps. It was like a process to do my hair in a way that I could wear a baseball cap. Now I wear a baseball cap every time I go to the gym. I love that. That is a big plus for me, because I always like to wear hats, but I can never wear them unless my hair was a specific way when I had my afro. So that is a big plus for me. That is definitely one of my things that I really enjoy so far. But on the flip side, the con is when I'm going to special events or special occasions, I do like to have some type of updo. And I feel like at this length and at this stage, I feel like my updos are limited. Like I went to a gala and I was like, I don't know what to do to my hair. And I'm like, usually that would be the time I would do a slick back pony. And I didn't do slick back ponies all the time because it puts a lot of stress on your afro. But I'm like, I do a slick back pony or, updo, twist or whatever. And I feel like I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I'm okay with the frizz. Like, I'm not a slick your edges back girl or edge control girl like I do, but I don't know how to do that stuff because I never really did it unless it was a pony and everything slicked back. So I was trying to figure out what to do with my hair for this gala, and I was looking on Pinterest and I was looking on YouTube and TikTok trying to find ideas. I ended up just kind of pulling my hair all the way back to like a low bun for, because I was wearing like a strapless dress. I'll put a picture up here of what I actually ended up doing. So for me, that was a con, but I think that just comes from being new to locks and not knowing what works and what doesn't work as far as my length and the type of locks that I have. I have mini locks. I have 282 locks. So I was just really struggling with that, and I was making Facebook posts, and my stylist was like, "Girl," I'm like, "I'm gonna see if I can find a wig. Like, can I get a wig or something?" Because when I first went natural, I went through a hat phase because I kept cutting my hair when I was natural. I'm like, it's damaged, cut it off. So I had like a pixie cut, like a lot, because I was like, cut it off. If it ain't right, cut it off. I don't want to deal with it. So I like wore hats a lot in college that first year until I figured out how to do my hair. But I don't want to do that because I know that can cause damage. So I've been struggling with that. Like, how do I do the updos? How do I make it special? That is a con for me, but I think it just comes with being new. Like, I being new to this and also wanting to protect it by not doing too much to it. I have family members and friends who are locked and have been locked for years. And when you hear people who are just getting locked, you hear a lot of people say, trust the process, just let it be, don't do too much to it, etc. And that's kind of the mindset I had going into this. Like, I'm not going to try to do too much to it. I'm just going to let it go, let it do its thing. The thing that I will say is a pro slash a con is I was adamant about only going to the salon twice a year because I didn't want to pay for it. But with this, I enjoy not having to do the maintenance on it, but now I also have to pay for the maintenance on my hair. And it means, and I dedicated myself, I did the research with my stylist, like, okay, if I lock my hair, how often do I have to be here? What is the cost that I'm looking at? Because I knew I was going to have to pay for install. I knew I was going to have to pay for reties. And I'm like, how many reties do I need to be here for? How often do I need to do these reties? Like, I understand that you have to do them, like you need to do them, but I'm like, what is the like you need to do this now? And I'm like, I want to get a good foundation. So like, what is that time frame? And she was like 8 to 10 weeks. So I'm like, how many do you think I need to do before I try to learn how to do this myself? And she's like 3 or 4 sessions. I think I'm at like my fourth or something session this coming week. So I was like doing the math. I'm like, okay, this is how much money I need to budget into hair because previously getting my hair done was a treat. It wasn't something I budgeted for. So like every 7 months, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get my hair done. I put some money aside to get my hair done. But now this is something that I'm going to be doing every 2 months. I need to be more realistic about how much it's going to cost. So it's a pro and con for me because one, I'm spending more money, but two, I'm also not having to spend as much time weekly, daily, doing anything to my hair because I kind of just am trusting her to like, yo, I moisturize, I oil, keep my hair clean, the stuff that she taught me when I got them done, and then I go to her for the reties. I will say, the plan was, okay, I'm gonna go to my first, 4 sessions for reties, and that gives me time to learn how to retie myself, and then I can start reties, and then I can like, ease off some of the appointments. But I have 282 locks. I don't know if I'm gonna ever try to retie myself. They're so small, and I'm worried about doing it wrong. I've seen posts about you gotta twist it 2 times or gotta go this way, and you need to go through so many times. You want to make sure you're doing it right so you don't get a hole. And I'm like, I don't know if I have the time to be that meticulous. I've heard people say that they have done them themselves, but over a couple of days. I don't really have big gaps of time like that right now with the state I am in my business. So the plan is I'm just going to keep my every 2 month appointment and I'm going to treat it as a part of my self care. I take a day off from work to do it. And I usually sometimes get my nails done the same day. And I'm not a nail girl right now. I don't have nails. I do like nails, but I decided that me getting my hair and my nails done at the same time was really expensive, and at the state of the economy right now, that was not the best decision to make. But past, I was getting my nails and my hair done, taking the day off work, getting lunch by myself, going to Target, and the next thing you know, I spent $500. And I'm just like, hey, you shouldn't do that. So I think I'm going to keep the hair appointment. I'm going to keep the hair appointments, but I'm probably going to chill on some of the other stuff until I get into a better budget and better habit. So that's my pro con. Like, I enjoy someone else spending the hours because it takes her a couple hours. She's really quick. She's really good. It takes a couple hours to get done, but I don't. I don't personally like spending that much money. But here we are. My hair looks nice. I love it. So there's that. My second fear was that my hair was going to shrink a lot. And this girl that I know, client of mine, she was like, "Yeah, you know, as your hair butt up, it will get shorter." And I think maybe it's still butting. Like it's not locked. I'm sure it's not locked. Like there's still obvious twists in there. Like I'm sure you can untwist it. Um, but as your hair buds up, it gets shorter. This is pretty much what my hair looked like natural. Like if I was to wear a two-strand and twist with my natural hair, this is kind of what it looked like. So I'm sure it probably will shrink a little bit more, and I'm here for trusting the process, letting whatever happens happen. So I think that was another fear of mine. It's like if my hair is any shorter than this, how am I going to style it? What am I going to do? But right now, I'm just leaving it like this. I wear it. It doesn't bother me. This is pretty much my new normal, but I like it, and I wish I want to learn how to do the swoopies and things, but I also don't like putting a lot of product on my hair. And I've seen things about people having product buildup and lint and things in their hair, and I don't want them problems. So I've just been avoiding doing all of that stuff. But if y'all have some advice or tips and ways that you can get a little swoopy or something on the edges. I just don't know, like when you swoop, where does the hair go? Does it just get tucked in? I don't know. That. So if you have any tips for me, I will take that. 6 months in, I do enjoy it. And I have even put my hair up in a little pony. I did a donut once, like a little bun. I really enjoyed that. So I'm learning. I'm still looking up styles and styling on TikTok. I'm always open to advice. So if y'all see some stuff, send me some stuff. I'd appreciate it. But we're 6 months in. I'm looking forward to how my hair looks in a year. And I popped in some pictures from before. It pretty much looks the same after 6 months. But here we are. This is my 6 month interlock update.